With just a few days left of my trip, I headed out again to the islands in hope of some nice fish. It was looking increasingly like I wouldn't see the roosterfish and big snapper I'd come out for. On lighter tackle, the smaller snapper and needlefish would be great fun, but I'd come geared up to tackle bigger fish and had a long casting powerful reeling rod. Okay, another good potential spot. You've got the choice of sitting at a spot and just wading or swapping to new areas, so just try a few different places. Okay. Slippery. Jeez. Go along this edge here. Something grabs that, I just hope it goes to the right. A lot of tiny little fish on the inside there jumping out. Always a good sign. Or it might come right out there. Back home, a lot of these spots would be great for bass. Oh, it's a needlefish. Gotta get it before it's going over the rock. A lot of these come off, but this one stayed on. Get him away quick. It's only a tiny one. Yeah. There he goes. Okay, second stop for the morning. It's a nice island, this one. Little current or rock, little currents around it. These are slippery. Just up these gullies can be good. Yep. Flipping heck, that was jump! That jumped a mile. I think I must have foul hooked by now. Crikey. Tell you one, light tackle, these really would be really good fun. Right. I know, I think I foul hooked it. I foul hooked a few of these. Hopefully it'll be alright. That's why he went so, whoa. That's why he jumped so high. While he's showing his teeth. Let's get some back. Out onto this reefy area, coming on from reef to sand. It's got 50-gram tweak bait on. Another needlefish. Good for that. Nice jump. There's another one around it. It's Jack is here. Following it from little Jack. Got it right in. Got it right in the mouth this time, because often they miss or get foul hooks. Yep, off he goes. Best spot to look over there, to swim across one of them, or I think we can get across it to the more deeper stirred up water. Just having a little bit of fun around on this inside bit here. Had some hits from some snapper, other stuff.
needlefish. Surprised we're getting all these hits. It's such clear water here. Just little fish.
It was great fun with these aggressive little snappers hitting lures almost the size of them, but I wanted to try to get round to the front of the island before the tide got too high to see if there was anything bigger there.
Just crossing over to another island. It's a little bit rougher on the end of this other island here. Oh, the other day I couldn't cross it, there was tons of jellyfish. The ones that sting you apparently. Little ones. Okay, this is right round the front of the island. It's pretty good here. Had a follow from a small snapper right up to the shore, hitting it. Couldn't get on the hook, but certainly wanted to eat. Okay, nice snapper again. Got the entice top border. Saw it coming after it. There's two of them. So I think they're about the same size. It's not bad.
Tomorrow was going to be my last full day's fishing, so I planned to get out to a group of rocks that I had previously fished 40 k's out to sea. We set out the next morning really early, but soon realised that after the storm in the night, the seas were really big and there was a serious swell coming through. Getting on and off from rocks with the boat would be way too dangerous out there, so we decided to stay closer in to the local islands and try and see if we could find something more protected. But it wasn't so easy, as the swells tends to wrap around these islands, and it did seem to be increasing.
That's this. Oh, it's really. We was going out to. Looking at the waves are coming up here. We was going out to some island. A long way out, another 40 minutes, but it's been a bit of a storm in the night, and it's gonna be way too big out there. And dangerous. So we're a bit protected here from the island in front, but some swell and it's dangerous really getting on and off those islands out there. But it looks okay here. Watch out for the set waves here. Some set waves is coming through. That's a pretty good spot. Using the surface lure, I can lose just below as well. Guys right on their way out for some blue water fishing. Right, looks good on the inside there. The sun's gone behind the clouds, which is good. My sunglasses are on the boat. Got here early. So it's much better for the fishing. Someone just took it and he's completely fresh. This was a Kabira snapper. Took the lure just on the way out, and it's a top border enticer that was just skipping across the top slowly between just below the surface, and yeah, he grabbed it.
The tide was pushing up fast and the swell seems to be getting bigger by the minute. We would have to look for more sheltered spots because getting on and off the boat had become tricky with the increasing swell. We'd have to wait for short lulls between the sets, and then Victor would come in quick and it was a case of getting on the boat as quick as possible.
Okay, stop.
We decided to try the spot I'd called Snapper Island, which did look a little bit more protected on the backside.
It's nice, yeah. Nice donkey here. Okay. If I'm naughty, I have to walk that plank, but I don't catch nothing. I was here, yeah, was it yesterday? Yesterday, I think, yeah, and there was fish around, but it's a bit rougher today, and I reckon I caught a few, but I think it'll be a lot better. I hope. Gracias. Well, I love this kind of weather. It's much, you know, you always get a better feeling in this weather. And it's low tide coming up, so should just improve. Nice spot here. The water colour looks just a little bit better. I'm just going to cast right across the back of those, right across the back of the ledge there. A bit quicker out there, really splashing it along the surface. Pretty rocky though on this inside bit. It must be time to catch a fish. Now, for this spot there seems to be snappering around this area, all along these rocks, and they're getting really close, so it's a nice little snapper, nice little Kabira snapper.
Snappers are really aggressive predatory fish that like to hang around drop-offs and close to the shore, so it's important to work the lures right along the edges where they can be looking to ambush other fish.
Now if you can see him, he's got some right teeth on him, this one. Right, just going to cast along this edge here. Good spot for predatory fish like snapper. A little bit, quite a lot more swell actually than last time I was here. Looks pretty good. So I'm using the subsurface. Ooh. It's a little bit rough today, so last day out on the island, so I was using this tweak bait because I think the surface lure wouldn't get seen so well. Yeah, and this one just took it right on the inside, so yeah, it's nice. I think it's a stripe snapper.
Due to the rough conditions, understandably Victor wanted to call it a day, but I was reluctant to go home and give up as this was my last full day's fishing and I hadn't given up on hooking a roosterfish. On our way back I spotted a sheltered island I'd never fished before and asked if Victor could drop me off for one last time. After 30 minutes casting a surface lure, I saw the sight I'd been waiting for, a big rooster chasing my lure down, all the way in, dodging and weaving around it. The rooster hit the lure with just 10 metres of water left and I was on.
Rooster.
But unfortunately my joy was short-lived as the rooster slipped the hook.
I don't believe it, it came off. No! Yeah, it's a real shame losing the rooster, but that's fishing for you. But when I came to this spot, I thought it looked pretty good for rooster passing by, so I put on a top water. So I hooked it on the 90 gram enticer top water. I'm just going to stick it a bit more, and if I can, I'm going to come back from my last day tomorrow. First rooster I've seen. So anyway, it's got me fired up to see possibly there last time around. Now we can change overnight I haven't seen any for the whole trip, so there's nothing more exciting, well, not a lot more exciting in fishing than seeing the rooster chasing. I could see it was a really... I'm on again. Oh, and another rooster. Not a big one like this one, but certainly won't complain if I get it in. Well, isn't bad actually. Oh, it's not like the other one, but
I was pretty happy now, at least I had my rooster. I scrapped tomorrow's idea of fishing the nearby estuary in the morning before packing and headed out instead for my new favourite island. And it wasn't long before I was into a jack crevalle.
Okay, nice little jack to start off, at least a bit of action. It took me by surprise to sort of grab it right on the inside, so I've been getting back quick. Another needlefish out there feeding on the small fry. Let's see if he's foul hooked or not. He will take a lure, yeah, right in the mouth. It's not a bad one. Got it right in the mouth. Yes, nice crocodile needlefish there. They're out feeding on the small fry, but they're tiny little fish, about 3 centimeters, but just shows that they will take another lure if they're there, you know, the opportunity arises. I'm going to get this one back in quick.
But with Victor about to turn up at any minute to take me back to pack, there was still one surprise left in store.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting that. I was fishing for rooster with a surface lure, and then just on the inside I saw this big snapper following it, and I thought, is he going to take it? And he did, and there was just a kind of hard fight on the inside there. I thought he might get me in the rocks, but fortunately, thank God I managed to get him out. I'm going to get him back quick. Let's go. Oh, done. Okay, that brings me to the end of this trip for this time. It was a good trip. This morning was my last morning and I was out here again for some rooster. I did actually see one at the end chase my lure, but I ran out of space in the end. But it wasn't a bad morning. I ended up with a jack, a nice needlefish, and a real surprise with a big red snapper, which chasing just from the inside. It was a big goldfish chasing the lure. I thought I was going to run out of space, but then I was just tweaking it through and it just smacked it at the last second. So that was a good catch. So all in all, it's been a good trip. It's just up at times. There wasn't a lot of fish around. It seemed a lot of hard work. So I went to the estuary, managed to pick up a snook, stingray, jack, and then the rest of the time it's all sorts of snappers, red snapper, striped snapper, Madeira snapper, mullet snapper. So yeah, it's been a good variety of fish, and had a great time. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks again.